He was the king of bodybuilding. Then suddenly, the crown meant nothing anymore. Jay Cutler stood at the top of Mr. Olympia, but what came after victory was something nobody prepared him for. Not defeat, but emptiness. Because when your entire life is built around becoming number one, what happens when there's nothing left to chase? But this wasn't the end of his story. However, what followed retirement was a mental shift far deeper than competition. And this transformation didn't just change his life, it changed how champions think forever. Jay Cutler didn't lose everything when he retired. He lost something far more dangerous than titles: direction. For years, his identity was built inside one system: wake up, train, eat, repeat, win. Mr. Olympia wasn't just a competition for him, it was structure, purpose, survival. But this was only phase one. Because what happens when the structure disappears? When the goal that shaped every decision is suddenly gone? At first, it felt like freedom. No prep, no pressure, no judging eyes. But freedom quickly turned into silence. And silence in an athlete's mind is not peace, it's confusion. And this is where the story changes. Before retirement, Jay Cutler lived in a world of constant measurement. Every meal had meaning. Every rep had direction. But after stepping away, the body stayed disciplined, while the mind started asking questions it never had time to ask before. Who am I without the stage? That question is more dangerous than any opponent, because champions don't just retire from sport, they retire from identity. But the real shock came later. Jay didn't disappear like most champions. He didn't fade, he rebuilt, but not in the way people expected. Instead of chasing titles, he started studying something deeper: legacy. The idea that winning once means nothing if the story ends there. And this is where everything shifted again. Because retirement didn't weaken him. It exposed a truth most athletes never talk about. Winning is addictive, but purpose is replaceable. However, something unexpected happened during this transition. Jay Cutler started connecting with a new generation, not as a competitor, but as a mentor. The same man who once chased perfection now began teaching reality. Training smarter, living longer, thinking beyond the stage. But this wasn't just evolution, it was correction. Because the body he built for Olympia couldn't last forever. And the mind that survived Olympia had to learn how to exist without it. And here is the deeper layer no one sees. Most people think retirement is an ending. For Jay, it became the beginning of understanding what the sport actually took from him and what it gave back. Pain, discipline, identity, pressure, purpose, all fused into one system. But when that system ends, something strange happens. You start realizing the throne was never the destination, it was the test. And Jay passed that test, but the real exam came after. Today, Jay Cutler's life is no longer measured in trophies. It's measured in influence, in conversations, in legacy building, in helping others understand what he only discovered after leaving the stage.
I can't say that right now, I'm taking in the moment. I'm looking around at all the fans, and I was better tonight than I was Friday, which is always the case at the Olympia for me, it seems like. Definitely, Phil won the show very handedly. I don't see anyone beating Phil Heath at this point. I know that's kind of odd to say, but at this point, I think a lot of people would agree at that.
Because sometimes, the hardest transformation doesn't happen during victory. It happens after it. And that is the real story of Jay Cutler then versus now. Not change in physique, but change in meaning.